Hello dear student, I am Rajwan Singh and today I will explain the chapter 2nd in SST, composition of our planet. So my dear student, let's start. First of all, we will know about the planet, about our planet, and after that we will know about the composition of our planet. Structure of the earth. What is the structure, or you can say how it made? On the basis of composition, properties of rocks and their destiny, the earth is divided into three concentric layers: crust, mantle and core. These are three parts of the earth's surface. What is crust? The crust or lithosphere. Crust is also known as lithosphere, and the other name of crust is lithosphere. Is the solid outermost layer of the earth composed of rocks and minerals. This surface is made up of rocks and minerals, and this is also called the lithosphere, and this is the another name of the crust. Its average thickness varies between 8 km to 50 km. The two distinct layers which the crust comprises are the continental crust, Sial and Sima. Sial and Sima are the distinct layers of this surface of this layer. The continental crust or Sial consists the uppermost layer of the earth's crust. Its thickness is up to 50 km. It consists of lighter rocks rich in silica and aluminium. This layer is not continuous and is mostly found in the continental areas above the lower crust. Continental crust, sedimentary deposits, oceanic crust, these are the part of lithosphere. And plastic ionosphere is also called upper mantle and down mantle, both two parts. The lower crust or Sima is a continuous layer forming an extremely thin ocean floor. This is the very thin ocean floor of this layer. It may range from a few meters to 10 km in thickness, and the main minerals of this layer are silica and magnesium. Silica and magnesium are the main minerals of this layer. And the second, mantle. The mantle or the mesosphere. The another name of mantle is the mesosphere. This is a term used for the second layer of the earth. It lies beneath the crust and extends up to the core of the earth. Its average thickness is 2,900 km. The mantle is made up of rocks and which are far denser than those constituting the crust surface. The mantle consists of three layers depending on temperature, pressure and the environment and the other conditions. They cause the rocks to be solid or semi-solid. The temperature of the mantle is extremely high because it contains high temperature and molten magma coming to the surface as a lava. during volcanic eruption. Iron, magnesium and silicon are the major constituents of this layer, or you can say of the mantle layer. And the third, core. The Earth's innermost layer is known as the core or variosphere. This layer has a thickness of about 3,500 kilometers. It is mainly made up of heavy metals and particularly NiFe, N-I-F-E. It means Ni means nickel and Fe means ferrous. You can say iron. Fe is the Latin name of iron. So you can say nickel and ferrous is the most important minerals of this layer. The boundary separating the mantle and the core is known as Gutenberg discontinuity, named after German geophysicist Benno Gutenberg, and this is because Gutenberg is the geophysicist of this layer. Rocks and minerals. What is rocks and what is minerals? The Earth's crust comprises numerous types of rocks and minerals. Rocks are natural masses of minerals found on the Earth's layer or Earth's crust. They consist of one or more minerals and include the hard as well as compact rocks in it, such as, or you can say for example, granite is the best example of this. Diamond and loose particles like clay, mud, sand, etc. etc. Rocks may have different colors, different sizes and different textures. A mineral is an inorganic substance that contain one or more elements having specific physical and chemical properties. The study of minerals is known as mineralogy. Quartz, feldspar, mica are some of the common rock forming minerals, and they form rocks. Classification of rocks. Based on the formation, appearance and the type of minerals constituting them, rocks have been categorized into three major groups. First, igneous, second, sedimentary, and the third, metamorphic rock. Rocks categorized under each group exhibit differences in color, differences in hardness and density. What is igneous rock? The term igneous is derived from the Latin word ignis, I-G-N-I-S, ignis, which means fire. The meaning of ignis is fire. It signifies rocks found by the cooling and solidification of hot lava and magma that is come out from volcanic eruption. These rocks are still taking new forms due to volcanic activity. Since they were the first to be formed, they are also referred to as primary rocks. These are also called primary rocks. On the basis of virgin igneous rocks may be classified as follows. Lava is the molten material which reaches the earth's surface through volcanic vents and fissures. It cools rapidly and fine-grained crystalline rocks come into existence. Some examples of these rocks are basalt, pumice, etc. etc. Occasionally, the molten material or magma may cool and solidify below the earth's surface to form intrusive or plutonic rocks as the molten material within the earth cools slowly. Larger crystals are coarse grained crystalline rocks are formed. For example, granite, dolerite, etc. etc. And the second, sedimentary rocks. What is sedimentary rocks? Dear student, rock fragments are carried by the running water, wind and moving ice and are deposited in depressions underwater. They are deposited underwater by the depressions, and these deposited minerals and sediments are continuously accumulated. The sediments in layers and get compressed and hardened with the aid of cementing materials such as lime to form a sedimentary rock. Therefore, they belong to the secondary group of rocks. These are called secondary group of rocks, and the largest of the sediment particles such as sand and pebbles get deposited initially in the finer sediments such as clay and silt get deposited later through the underwater. Sedimentary rocks thus present a layered or stratified structures and also known as stratified rocks. Sedimentary rocks found in this way are the mechanically formed sedimentary rocks, and rock salt is the best example of this. And the third, metamorphic rock. The term metamorphic is derived from the Greek word metamorphosis, which means change of form. When existing igneous and sedimentary rocks change their chemical and physical properties due to intense heat and pressure, they are called metamorphic rocks. These processes may take place in millions of years due to the effect of heat and pressure. They are often bounded of the, or you can say layered. So that's all for today, and we will meet in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.